Breakfast before rock climbing.
Success!
Woo! Let's see how he's doing. He can read it. So this is like.
Let him over there and wander around in my $175 shoes.
These are $175?
Yeah.
I shouldn't wear these. She won't even buy me $75.
What?
And they're like nice. They've got like
Those are super nice. Those shoes you're wearing right now.
Yeah, but they're better.
My shoes are better? You're right.
No,
They are.
My $75.
Not for climbing.
Supers Adidas are like nice.
Not for climbing.
That one here? Here?
Yeah. Probably one more.
Okay. I'll do that one.
The other one's much better.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Dirty hands, dirty apple time. Yay. Oh, there's two of them on here. Oh no. Somebody got to our apple. And I think that's a chipmunk hair. Right there.
This is why we didn't come up this way. We would have had to come up all this.
Down is easier.
Instead we're going to angle that way.
Alright.
we came to Mexican here. We haven't been out for Mexican in a long time. And I got just the regular stuff. We got chips and they have like 2 salsas and a bean dip. And then I got, this comes with it. It's a, what is it, fideo? It's like a tomato soup with some little noodles in it. This is not a nutritarian meal. We're very hungry after the climbing, and this is where we ended up, along with margaritas. And we're gonna have some regular food. I'll show you. I got some tacos in a bit. Here's what I ordered. Morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. Got up a couple hours ago, and I just wanted to say, first of all, you guys are the best. I have the absolute best YouTube subscribers in the whole entire world. I got so many great comments on that long last video that I did where I was bearing my soul and woke up. Let me show you this, you guys. So I woke up to this. Here's that video, the Let's Get Personal video. And look at all these comments. Huge, heartfelt messages, big comments. You guys are the best. I mean, really. So I took some time and responded, and I try to respond to every comment every time. I just so appreciate what you guys said, and I think the general consensus was just keep sharing, even if I'm screwing up, you know, comparatively to what I had done before. One comment really struck me in this, like, how to characterize who I am and what I do. You know, do I call myself nutritarian or not? And I mean, I'll always continue to call myself a nutritarian because my first priority is nutrients. I always think about it. Doesn't mean I'm going to choose it every time, but I always think about it. Like when I went to Mexican yesterday, I didn't want to go, actually. My husband wanted to go, and that's okay. That happens sometimes. But he's always going to vegan restaurants with me, always. We barely ever go anywhere else, clearly. And so I thought, well, this time, you know, let's just do Mexican. And I had a little bit better than what I usually have. I usually just get like the cheese enchiladas, but I got these tacos. I didn't realize the tacos were going to be fried. And then there was a couple of soft corn tortilla ones, but I got the veggie ones, and I got beans and cheese. Instead of just cheese, I got a little bit better than I usually do. And I realized I actually really like their veggie ones the best. They're so delicious because it has so much flavor from the onions and garlic and stuff like that versus the bean and cheese one. If I had just gotten bean and cheese before, I would have loved it. But since I tried the veggie with it, I was like, wow, actually the veggies have so much flavor compared to the bean and cheese ones. And I would imagine the same kind of thing if you were to get beef or chicken or something. Just the flavors that come from roasted and sauteed veggies, so much more than any other flavor you get from having chicken or whatever. That's my personal opinion. So it was kind of nice to be like, wow, the healthier option. There was still a ton of oil and salt and stuff, but the healthier option was delicious. So yeah, it wasn't great. It was definitely not nutritarian, but it was better than just getting the cheese enchiladas or something. And I know there's good choices at Mexican, but I don't tend to make good choices when I go to Mexican food. But just, so I've been thinking about this idea of, you know, can you still call yourself a nutritarian? Whatever. Are you still in the club if you eat badly, poorly sometimes for weeks or months or whatever it is? And I'm going to say, for me, the answer is yes. I consider myself a nutritarian for the last several years, like 3.5 years, almost 4 years, and 3.5, yeah, 3.5 years. Even if there's periods of 6 months where I didn't do well at all, you know, the main idea for me is thinking of nutrient density, and I pretty much always eat vegetarian. I don't really do much animal flesh anymore, mostly just like if it's gonna be not vegan, it's usually just dairy or something like that, or some eggs or whatever. I haven't had, because I used to have shrimp for a while, in the beginning, and I don't really have shrimp anymore either. Even though I love shrimp, and I love every kind of meat. I love animal products, but I don't really eat them anymore. Because my main focus is nutrient density, and I always do think, all right, I want to get whatever the thing is that has the most vegetables, and then if I can have some type of tofu or use beans instead, I try to do that for some extra protein. But, and I want to read to you what I wrote in this comment. Let me see if I can find it real quick, guys. So what I said was, Dr. Furman coined, okay, this is on his website. It says, Dr. Furman coined the term nutritarian to describe a diet that is nutrient-dense and plant-rich and includes anti-cancer superfoods, which also facilitate weight loss. If that is the definition of nutritarian, then I am absolutely a nutritarian, almost all the time. Every single day I get nutrient-dense, plant-rich foods, and I always eat anti-cancer superfoods. Every single day. So that's the definition. If the definition of a nutritarian is being 100% where you only eat this many nuts, you only have roasted unsalted, you have no oil, you have no salt, you have no added sugar, you eat only a few dates per day, you have, you have all the G-bombs, you have every single, if that's the definition of a nutritarian and you're not a nutritarian because you don't follow every single one of those rules every day, then I'm not a nutritarian and I wouldn't call myself one. But that, to me, that's not it. That's not what it is. To me, it is this easier definition here that says nutrient-dense, plant-rich, and includes anti-cancer superfoods. I'm always thinking in my mind, always thinking in mind, what's the most nutrient-dense thing I could be eating? Some of the days I eat other things that are not nutrient-dense, clearly. Chocolate hazelnut cookies, anyone? Which we happened to buy more yesterday. Ugh! But I didn't have any because after Mexican I was like, whoa, I don't want to ever eat again. But yeah, those are in my house now, which is bad. But this idea, nutrients, plant dense, this kind of thing, that's how I eat every single day. And then I eat stuff that I shouldn't have as well. So as a matter of, supporting you guys as well, this idea to not be so hard on yourself, because I do it too, clearly. I mean, I admit it. We all admit it to each other too, but don't be so hard on yourself if you're not doing every single thing 100%. If you're concentrating on nutrient-dense, plant-rich foods, it's kind of like Campbell's diet, and I think it's the Whole Foods plant-based, right? So his is like WFPB. Whole foods plant-based. So this idea of just making sure you're eating whole foods and it's all plant-based. And as a nutritarian even, you still can have some animal food. You can have meat if you want every day, every single day if you want, like a tiny little portion every day you can have. So let's try to be, I'm like itching. I get these like tics when I'm doing a video. I'm like scratch my head, like, whatever. But let's not be too hard on ourselves, and let's support each other, and let's try, and I'm talking to myself right now, let's try to congratulate ourselves on the nutrient-dense, plant-rich foods that we eat every day, and try to just, cut back a little bit on the bad stuff when we can't be 100%. And when we can be 100%, let's do it. That's awesome. Let's be excited about it. But let's be happy for the things that we do put into our bodies, because our body uses everything. So even if we had some cookies along with, like, let's say we ate one bite of kale and one bite of cookies, our body's still going to use what's in the kale, and it's still going to love that we gave it kale. But let's just try to have less cookies next time. Okay, so that being said, I have some amazing YouTube subscribers. I even have some subscribers who end up emailing me their comments or putting their comments on my website instead of on the YouTube channel, and for that I am so appreciative to be able to hear from you guys in so many different ways on the Facebook page, etc., etc. So thank you for being there for me and being with me. And I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep being honest and keep taking you guys along with me on my journey. Even, and I know a lot of you, you're not even nutritarians. You have a different type of diet, but it still helps you to watch what I'm doing. So that's great as well. Let's be friends.